Good morning, everyone. Today is July 2, 2026. At exactly 10:26 in the morning, we will be having a Pili conference for 50 civil works project. So to start with, may I request I join Lunes for the prayer.
That's great. Lord, let's prepare this out. Being there for me, the start of the day. Let's start.
So for the determination of the quorum, I request Engineer to my Sandia.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the live streaming for the conduct of the Pili conference for the procurement of 50 civil works projects for FY 2026. I would like to present the participants for today's activity. Engineer Rafi Ibanez, Chairperson.
Present.
Mr. Dan Vera, Vice Chairperson. Engineer Robert Camiliano, Regular Member. Engineer Medjon Ernest, Provisional Member. Engineer Jose Estoque Jr., Provisional Member, and User for Construction Project. Engineer Selection Tuazin Jr., Member PWG. Engineer Failan Haswen, Member PWG. Engineer John Bianson, Member PWG. Engineer Joma Ungsod, Member PWG. Engineer Anjoy Engineers, Member PWG. Engineer John Mark Manalo, Member PWG. Engineer Raji Barakia, Member PWG. Yours truly, Engineer Delmes Camillas, as Head Box Secretariat. Engineer and Angel Espinas, Member Box Secretariat. Architect Golda Mayor Nice, Member Box Secretariat. Mrs. San San Miguel, Member Box Secretariat. Mrs. Cesar Gonzon, Member Box Secretariat. Mrs. Rudita Aban, Member Box Secretariat. Mrs. Mary Christy Gapani, Member Box Secretariat. Totally Seco. We have also invited observers, but they are not around. And also, we would like to acknowledge our viewers who are watching via our YouTube account. I will now turn over the microphone to our box person, Engineer Rafi Ibanez, to proceed for the pre conference properly.
Thank you, Engineer Sandias. Now, since the focus is already determined, now we proceed to the Pili conference properly. So this will be discussed by Sir Dennis. Thank you, Sir. For the first project, we'll contract item number 26 GD 01213. The contract name construction and other building construction of 1 unit, 1 story ECL in Virginia Primary School, with school ID number 115125, Virginia Laua-An Antique. The coordinates of 11.1356, 122.131. Classification, Laua-An Antique, scope of works, construction of 1 unit, 1 story, 2 CL. Approved budget for the contract, 5,880,000 pesos only. Contract duration, 186 calendar days, including pre-determined and workable days. Source of funds, FY 2026 AIP based on the cost of bidding documents, 10,000 pesos only. Pickup license size range, small b. For the second project, with contract ID number 26 GB 0214. With contract name, construction of other building, construction of 1 unit, 1 story, 2 CL in Pili Elementary School, school ID number 115095, Pili 123, Hamtic, Antique, with coordinates of 10.6759802 and 122.0357627. With contract location, Hamtic, Antique. Scope of works, construction of 1 unit, 1 story, 2 CL. Approved budget for the contract, 5,880,000 pesos only. Contract duration, 186 calendar days, including predetermined and workable days. Source of funds, FY 2026, EIP based on the cost of bidding documents, 10,000 pesos only. Take-up license, size range, small b. For the third project, next. With the third project, we contract ID number 26, GB 0215. With contract name, construction of other building, construction of one unit, one story, two CUL, and Bonbon Elementary School. School ID number 115006, Bonbon Caluya, Antique. With coordinates of 11.833, 076 and 121.520637. Project location, Caluya, Antique. Scope of works, construction of one unit, one story, two CL. Group budget for the contract is 5,880,000 pesos only. Contract duration, 186 calendar days, including predetermined and workable days. Source of funds, for 2056, AIP based in the cost of bidding documents, 10,000 pesos only. Pickup license, size range, small b. For the fourth project, we contract ID number 26GB 0216. Contract name, construction of other buildings, construction of one unit, one story, 2CL, and Dionela Primary School. School ID number 115009, Dionela Caluya, Antique. The coordinates of 11.855850 and 121.494877. Project location, Caluya, Antique. Scope of works, construction of one unit, one story, 2CL. Approved budget for the contract is 5,880,000 pesos only. Contract duration, 186 calendar days, including predetermined and workable days. Source of funds, employment 96, EIP based on GAA. Cost of bidding documents, 10,000 pesos only. Pickup license, size range, small b. For the first project, we contract ID number 26GB 0217. We contract name, construction of other building, construction of one unit, one story, 2CL, and Sibato Elementary School. School ID number is 115021, Sibato Caluya, Antique. Recording of 11.975961 and 121.557455. Project location, Caluya, Antique. Scope of works, construction of one unit, one story, 2CL. Approved budget for the contract is 5,880,000 pesos only. Contract duration, 186 calendar days, including predetermined and workable days. Total funds, FY 2026, EIP based on the cost of bidding documents, 10,000 pesos only. Pickup license, size range, small b. For the seventh project, we contract ID number 86GB 0218. You can type name or construction of other building, construction of one unit, one story, 2CL, Sibolo Elementary School. School ID number 115023, Sibolo Caluya, Antique. Coordinates of 1.096573 and 121.573153. Qualification, Caluya, Antique. So the works, construction of one unit, one story, 2CL. Approved budget for the contract is 5,880,000 pesos only. Contract duration, 186 calendar days, including physical days and workable days. Source of funds, approximately 6 EOT based on the cost of bidding documents, 10,000 pesos only. Pickup license, size range, small b. For the eighth project, and select project, number 6BB 0219. Contract name, construction of other building, construction of one unit, one story, 2CL, Pili. The school ID number 115014. Sibolo Caluya, Antique. Recording of 12.200589 and 121.424598. Project location, Caluya, Antique. Scope of works, construction of one unit, one story, 2CL. Budget for the contract, 5,880,000 pesos only. Contract duration, 186 calendar days, including predetermined and workable days. Source of funds, FY 2026, based on the cost of bidding documents, 10,000 pesos only. Pickup license size bill, small b. Next project. For the eighth project, the 26 GB 0220, with the truck lane, construction of other buildings, construction of 1 unit, 1 story TCL in Yapo Elementary School. School ID 115031, Yapo, Ibasan of People. With coordinates of 11.07616, 122.1171415. Project location, Bukasong Antique. So works construction of 1 unit, 1 story TCL. Approved budget for the contract is 5,880,000 pesos only. Contract duration, 186 days, including 2 permit and multiple days. Total funds, according to 26, availability based on the cost of the documents, 10,000 pesos only. Pickup license size range, small b. For the next project, contract ID number 26GB 0221. Obtain construction of other building, construction of 1 unit, 1 story QCL in Bacan, Pascuala Primary School, school ID number 115123, Pascuala, Laua-An tickets. The coordinates of 11.13311 and 122.10025. Traffic location, Laua-An tickets. So the work construction of 1 unit, 1 story QCL. Approved budget for the contract is 5,880,000 pesos only. Contract duration 186 calendar days, including payment and workable days. Total funds at 426, we are 18 days on the cost of the documents, 10,000 pesos only. Pickup license size rail small b. The 10th project, the contract item number 26 BB 0222. We can claim construction of our building, construction of 1 unit, 1 story TCL Laua-An Primary School, school ID number 115108. Laua-An Laua-An ticket. Coordinate of 11.151 and 122.071734. The qualification, Laua-An ticket. Scope of work is construction of 1 unit, 1 story TCL. Approved budget for the contract, 5,880,000 pesos only. Total duration, 186 calendar days, including printer and multiple days. Total funds, at 426, VAT based on the cost of the documents and by pesos only. Pickup license, size range, small b. The 11th project, contract ID number 26 TV 0223, pickup name for construction of our building. Construction of 1 unit, 1 story TCL in Caluya Elementary School, school ID number 115063, Hamtic and ticket. Reporting rates for 10.693132 and 122.04434. Certification Hamtic and ticket. So works construction of 1 unit, 1 story TCL. Approved budget for the contract is 5,880,000 pesos only. Contract duration 186 calendar days, including pre-internet and notable days. Total funds at 426 will be based on the cost of the documents, 10,000 pesos only. Pickup license size small b. For the 12th project, it will be 6 BT 0224. It can apply construction of other building, construction of 1 unit, 1 story TCL, Trans Island Elementary School. School ID number 137312, Barangay Bactason, Municipality of Libacon, Province of Antique. With coordinates of 10.980126 and 122.07462. Location, Libacon Antique, Local Works, construction of 1 unit, 1 story TCL. Approved budget for the contract is 5,880,000 pesos only. Contract duration 186 calendar days, including payment and workable days. Social funds at 426 will be based on the cost of billing documents, 10,000 pesos only. Pickup license size range, small b. For the 13th project, we contract ID number 26 BP0225. We contract name, construction of other building, construction of one unit, two-story, 4CL, in San Pedro National High School. School ID number 30302-375, Barangay San Pedro, Municipality of San Jose. Barangay Province of Leyte. With coordinates of 10.805090 and 121.951500. Certification San Jose Archipel. Works construction of one unit, two-story, budget for the contract is 10,290,000 pesos only. Contract duration, 193 calendar days, including pre-determined and multiple days. Total funds, according to the city from the cost of bidding documents, 25,000 pesos only. Pickup license, size range, small B. For the 14th project, with contract ID number 26 GB0226. Construction of other building, construction of one unit, two-story, 4CL, and one elementary school. School ID number 115064, Buhang Hamtic Antique. With coordinates of 10.73988 and 121.99565. Education Hamtic Antique. Civil works, construction of one unit, two-story, 4CL. Approved budget for the contract is 10,290,000 pesos only. Contract duration, 193 calendar days, including pre-determined and multiple days. Source of funds, FY 2026, and will be based on the cost of the documents, 25,000 pesos only. Pickup license, size range, small B. For the next 16th project, we come down ID number 26 GB0227. Contract name, construction of other building, construction of one unit, two-story, 4CL in the Eastern Central School. School ID number 114973. Declaration, mission and teacher, with a case of 10.835080 and 121.964130. For the education, division and teacher, scope of works, construction of one unit, two-story, 4CL. Approved budget for the contract, 10,290,000 pesos only. Contract duration, 123 calendar days, including pre-determined and multiple days. Source of funds, FY 2026, ALP based on the cost of the documents, pickup license, size rate, small fee. For the next. Project, we contract ID number 26 GB0228. With contract name, construction of the youth, construction of one unit, two-story, 4CL, India and Elementary School. School ID number 11506, India and with coordinates of 10.72503 and 121.98784. Education and teachers. Works, construction of one unit, 4CL. Approval the contract is 10,290,000 pesos. Calculation 150 calendar days, including pre-determined and multiple days. Source of funds, FY 2026, ALP based on the cost of bidding documents, 25,000 pesos only. Pickup license, for French, small B. For the next project, we contract ID number 26 construction of other building, construction of one unit, two-story, and government. Caluya National School. School ID number 302356. Laua-An. The coordinates of 10.6519 and 121.980628. Certification, scope of works, construction of one unit, two-story, 4CL. Approved budget for the contract, 10,450,000 pesos. Contract duration, 150 calendar days, including pre-determined and multiple days. Source of funds, FY 2026, ALP based on the cost of the documents, 25,000 pesos. Peter Pleasant, Felix State, small b. For the next project, the contract will number 6 construction and barangay health station, construction of public health facility, barangay Alisay and Antique, for the list of 11.726190 and 122.10810. Application and Antique, work in construction of barangay station. Approved budget for the contract is 4,950,000. Contract duration 150 days between total funds, 2026, based on the cost of living documents, 5,000 pesos only. Because license, price range, small b. The next contract is item number 26DB0231. Construction of other building, construction of 1 unit, 1 story, 2 CL, Hamtic Elementary School. School item number 1151010, Caluya. Coordinates of 11.863932. And 41.440973. Identification, Caluya and Chico. So works, construction of 1 unit, 1 story, 2 CL. Approved budget for the contract, 5,000,000 pesos. Duration 186 the base, including the base. Social funds 2026 reality based on the cost of the documents, 10,000 pesos only. Pickup license, size range, small b. The next project, which is not adding number 26 DB0232. Name, construction of other building, construction of 1 unit, 2 story, 4 CL, and 1 store. The Dionela Elementary School. 115,077. I did not complete the application with volume of 10.698800. 121.979510. For the application of the ticket. Construction of 1 unit. Approved budget for the contract 10,250,000 pesos. Social fund and 26 documents with 25,000 pesos per week. License size range small b. Project with the ID number 26 DP 0233. Procurement construction of other building, construction of 1 unit, life, system of Laua-An High School. Laua-An National High School. School ID number 310740. Laua-An National 11.09638 and 122.03651. Qualification of 1 ticket. So works construction of 1 unit, 2 story, 4 CL. Approved budget for the contract and will go 290,000 pesos. Contract duration 123 calendar days, including pre-determined days. Social funds required to receive based on the cost of the documents to be 5,000 pesos. Pickup license is made small b. The next topic is contract number 26B0234. Construction of other buildings, construction of 1 unit, 2 school. School ID number 302354. Coordinate of 10.748680 and 10.00760. Application evaluation. For the works, construction of 1 unit, 2 story, 4 CL. Approved for the contract, 10,295,000 pesos. Contract duration 153 calendar days, pre-determined and workable days. Total fund required to 6 reality on the draft. Cost of the document 5,000 pesos. Pickup license, size range, small b. The next contract, with product name number 6BQ0235. Product name construction of other building, construction of 1 unit, 2 Toyota National Livestream. ID number 114954. San Roque and coordinates of 10.417220 and 121.964530. Identification and meaning of ticket. So over should capture the mark 2-story 4 Two budget for the contract and the 290,000 pesos only. The calculation of 993 and by rates including allowable rates. So funds the project will be fixed priority based on the what the documents in the 5,000 pesos only. Pickup license size range small B. The next contract will recommend 0236. The construction of other construction of one social liability student item number 302353 barangay municipality of Dionela, Laua-An, coordinates of 10.483950 and 121.924430. Administration of the engineers and teachers. So the works construction of 102 stories approved budget for the contract 10,290,000 pesos only. The population and complete of the base, including predetermined and workable base. The funds are available 6 relating based on GAA. Cost against documents 5,000 pesos only. The license is range small d. The next project is the DB 0237. Construction of construction of 1 unit, 2-story 4. Progresa ang Caluya and Street. So ID number 115-079. The Hamtic coordinates of 10.7246 and 121.9734. For the preparation of the works construction of harmonious 2-story 4. Full budget for the contract is 7,220,000 pesos. The duration and the base including multiple days. So funds and 6 related documents 25,000 pesos. Pickup license and range small b. The next contract will be number 6 DB 0238. This is contract name construction of the building construction of 1 unit 3-story 6CL with Caluya National High School. ID number 302373. Caluya Capital with documents from 11.74-389 and 121.122.011639. Transportation and land ticket. So works construction of 1 unit 3-story 6CL. Budget for the contract is 17,150,000 pesos. Contract duration 231 calendar days, including calendar days. Source of funds, reality based on GAA. Cost of building documents 5,000 pesos. Pickup license size range small b. For the next contract, it will be ID number 26 0239. Contract construction of building construction of 2 units, 1-story 2 National High School. ID number 310706. The Caluya ticket with total of 11.839190 and 21.44960. The location of Caluya ticket. Of 2 units, 1-story 2CL. Approved budget for the contract is 750,000 pesos. Of the duration 217 days, including video and photographs. Total funds and following will be received based on GAA. Cost of the documents 25,000 pesos per year. The license size range small b. The next contract is 6 PB. So the contract of suction of suction of 1-story 2CL. We can have more school.
School ID number 11505. And how about the next the rest of 9.6 and 1.5536 right now. And in the words instruction 2 units 2 years. Budget of Laua-An, for the duration 207 in the days to be 3 days. For the one, 5.6 to 18 and documents, 5,000 pesos. Without license, and range 40. By the regulations that we are under. So the work instruction of 2 units on a year. Budget to the contract is €60,000. Calculation, one direction to the date. So the funds, employment, is on the cost of living documents, 5,000 pesos. The license, registration, next contract with the company number 26 Pili, construction about the Laua-An, so 10.523 and 122.05317. But the paper of the so the works of the production of food approved by the contract so the $160,000 per person. Calculation 200 seconds and the date source of funds cost of the documents 5,000 pesos. Without license size rate 40. Subject the contract construction of one story and the school. School ID number 115-067 and if you are not 676 1 lower 89 and the yes, so it works. This one is for here. Approved contract is 500,000 pesos. Calculation and case it will be so the funds according to the state is coming down. Cost of the document and some size rate on the next contract. Because I mean, 60 sale 2 or 4. If you conduct construction, going to see it. And it's school ID number 115-077. One big and share. Coordination of 10.7 the location of the so the works instruction of government the duration 186 shades to be created and source of funds employed 6 based on GAA. Cost of the documents income license service range for the next contract is of number 60 0205. Name of contract instruction of 1 minute 142 season sa Laua-An High School with school item number 302-380. Barangay sa Laua-An Municipality, Camlan, 348, 11.73, 58577, and 122.149, 373. Application Category. Scope of work, construction of 100,000. Budget for the contract is 5,850,000 pesos a year. Operation 186 calendar days, including period of workable days. Special fund, the quantity is based on the cost of living documents, 10,000 pesos per year. Income license, size range, small B. For the next contract, with contract ID number 26, DP 0246, unit contract, something about the building, construction of 100 Arakay to the college school. School ID number 115, 142, Arakay National. For the days of 11.72256 and 122.161.161.3. For the location, Pantanan Ticket. School works, construction, 1 unit, 1 story, 2 CR. Approved budget for the contract is 5,880,000 pesos. Calculator, 106 calendar days, including pre-COVID. Social funds, the document 26, based on the cost of any documents, 10,000 pesos. Income license, size range, small unit. For the next contract, the contract ID number 26, Pili 0247. The contract construction of the building, construction of 1 million, 2 CM. Laua-An school, student number 115143, Laua-An Pandanan Ticket, population 11.715873, and 122.154492. As a location, Pandanan Ticket, school of work, construction of 1 million, 12 story student. Approved budget for the contract is 5,880,000 pesos. Contract duration 186 calendar days, including period of negotiable days. Social funds, employment 26, EIP based on the cost of the documents, 10,000 pesos only. Income license, size range, 1B. The next contract, the contract ID number 26, DP 0248, daily contract, construction of the building, construction of 1 unit, 1 story, 2 CL, and perfecta in Alice School. School ID number 115-163, Perfecta Pandanan Ticket. 11.722.142 and 122.139.781. Participation Pandanan Ticket. So the works is construction of 1 million 10.2 years. Approved for the contract 5,000,000 pesos per year. Population 186 days, including days. Special funds required based on the cost of living documents, 10,000 pesos. Income license, size range, small B. For the next contract, we will have 0249. Instruction of other building, instruction of 1 unit, high school, school ID number 115-165. And Joaquin Pandanan Ticket. Population of 11.751, 2711, 122.15, 10175. Education Pandanan Ticket. So the works, construction of 1 million, 12,000. The contract is 5,880,000 pesos per year. The duration of 986 calendar days, including pre-living flexible days. Social funds, employment 26, based on the cost of living documents, 10,000 pesos per year. Income license, size range, small B. Next project is in company number 6DG 0250. Contract construction of other facilities, construction of small port, highlights, last and DEO. Location, Island, last and the works construction is small port. Approved by the contract is 4,950,000 pesos per year. Contract duration 89 calendar days, which will be free. The funds, employment, cost of the documents, 5,000 pesos only. Income license, size range, 4B. Budget was 1,060 Any contrast, construction of building, construction of 1 million, five, 075. Plan 17278 and 12196 Identification of civil works, construction of 1 million, 1,000. Approval for the contract is 5,880,000 pesos. Application of 106 case, including so the funds required is based on the was having documents 1,000 pesos. The license service rate small. So the next project is from the Habit Company 603 contract, instruction availability, construction requirement, also by yes. It's number 115, 390, province of the range of 1757230 and 122.93600. Identifications are words instruction economy control. Approved budget for the contract is 5,850,000 pesos. The solution for system like this, including from the fund, according to the system, cost of the documents, 1,000 pesos. The license size range, 1 million. The next budget is number 62253. The contract construction of the building, construction of 1 million plus CS. Livestream. So like 115, 155, from the province of Category. Ordinance of 1.75, 2.5, 132.02, 392. Location from the scope of work, construction of 1 million plus procedure. The contract is 5,320,000 pesos. Contract collection 106 by the days, including days. The funds required is 6 based on that. Cost of getting documents, 1,000 pesos. The license size range, 4 million. The next project is number 60254. The contract construction of the buildings, construction of 1 million, 1,000 PCI and the street. Item number 115, 155. And then feature. The coordinates of 11.7527 and 122.02 and the location of that ticket. The first instruction of 1 million, contract is 5 million, number 20,000 pesos. Calculation 186 of the days, including so the funds, according to 6 of the cost of the documents, spend 1,000 pesos. The license price rate, small million. So the next project is 2,063, 55, construction of the building, construction of 1 million, according to CUS, SL, primary, 1,5, coordinates of 10.93, 4,002, and 122.799. Multiplication of economic feature. So the first instruction of 1 million storage procedure. Approved by the program is 5,000,000 pesos. The calculation of the 6 and the days to include so the funds according to based on the cost of the documents, 10,000 pesos. The license size range, small million. The next project is item number 630256. The total construction by the building is construction of 2 units, 1 story, 2 by 15, another ground street. Item number 115, present document. The coordinates of 10.93, 972 and 122.0997643. The financial friend, so the first instruction of 2 units, 1 day. the contract is 760,000 pesos only. Calculation, 208 calendar days, including so the funds, the following cost of the documents, 25,000 pesos. Decapitalization size range, small b. The next project is the number 6 BP7257. Ito contract, construction of WP, construction of 1 minute, 140 CL, and the Florence and Street. School ID number 115190. The Florence Procurement Activity. The total of 10,934,372. And 122.067775. Location of the scope of works is not electronic control TCL. Approved budget for the contract is 5,850,000 pesos. Contract duration 106 calendar days, including pre days. Total funds, the following based on the cost of living documents, 5,000 pesos only. Decapitalization size range, small b. Project of the number 6 0253. Contract construction of our building, construction and 1 minute, 1 shoulder to see now granting school. School ID number 115,181. The Bandes Supplement. The rate of 10.452. 122.36402. Works construction of 1 minute approved by the contract is 5,880,000 pesos only. Calculation 106.5 days, including 3 million of days. So the funds, the following 6 based on the living documents, 10,000 pesos. Decapitalization size range, small b. Next contract, the construction 630259. The contract construction of the construction of 100 was going to see that and then the school number 115. But also capital 170. The coordinates of 10.765480 and 11196 of 1.96 to 030. Works construction of government was going to share. Two budget for the contract is 5,000 pesos. Calculation 6 days, including so funds at 126 based on the cost of the documents, 10,000. Calculation size rate, small b. The next project is 0260. NATO contract, construction of other buildings, construction of bonding, and storage. Italian stand with Caluya. Friday number 114,965, Pili, Laua-An. With combination of 11.25, 7.30, and 122.055,920. Identification, Laua-An. Scope of works for construction of 1 million plus storage CL. New budget for the contract is 5,650,000 pesos only. Identification of 600 days, including 3 kilometers. Source of funds, documents, 10,000 pesos. Decapitalization size range, small b. The next project is the 0261. The contract construction of the unit of 1 minute, 1 story to CL. Bayaran the school, which is number 11533. 15 number Laua-An municipality, the coordinates for 10.728920 and 102.078570. Location is Hamtic. Local works is talking about municipal story to CL. Approved budget for the contract is 5,850,000 pesos only. Calculation 106 days, including 3 million. So the fund requirement since the increase of the cost of the documents, 10,000 pesos only. Pickup license size range, small B. For the next project, we will probably have a CPP 0262. They will conduct construction for the construction of 1,000 2CL. In the Union School, we have the 114966. Municipality of Laua-An, Province of Pili. The coordinates of 11.24 and 1.1037. Project location for Laua-An. So the first construction of 1 million story per year. The contract is 5,880,000 pesos. The calculation on the 6 of the days including the determined and workers. So the funds FY 6 based on the cost of billing documents 10,000 pesos only. The calculation that is rate small b. Assessed by engineering. Product integration. Documents comprised of the first in the technical component of the law. A project certificate of registration, customer membership. Number license section 20 of RA 1239. DPWH license and registration in case of joint venture. Statement of all ongoing government and private contracts. Statement of SLCC. NFCC interpretation. F. Joint venture agreement if applicable. G is currently the prescribed form amount and validity period. Each project requirements which shall include the following. Number one, organizational chart for the Procurement project to be bid. Number two, list of the factors personnel. So given project manager, project engineers, materials engineers, and foreman to be assigned to the procurement project to be bid with their complete qualification and experience data. Number three, list of contractors with their equipment units which are owned, leased, or under purchase agreement supported by proof of ownership for verification of availability of equipment from the equipment lessor or vendor for the duration of the project, as the case may be. Number four, latest general information sheet, GIS, reflecting the beneficial ownership information to be received by the Securities and Exchange Commission for corporations. Number five, pursuant to DEO 110 series of 2024, the ISO 901 2015 certification of patent person as applicable as part of the project requirements in the meeting document for infrastructure projects, which become size range large A, medium A, and medium B contractors for projects costing more than 30 million. Submission of valid certification is mandatory. Number six, omnibus first statement in accordance with section 54.3 of RA 2039. All bidders are obliged to fully disclose all ongoing and awarded but not yet started contracts including DPWH, other government and private contracts by submitting the due information statement. Failure to submit and declare ongoing and awarded but not yet started contracts with allow for certification and impose appropriation sanction. This record to the 2026 of Attorney C. Under Secretary for Support Services. Compatibility agility requirements. Failure of bidder to update project certificate of registration platinum with the current and updated supporting governance shall result in the automatic suspension of the bidder certificate. For contact ID number space EB0250, bidders that will be always work, DPWH, ports, harbors, construction without bias. Similar categories of work, BCC, WOP, BCC safety,
BRHCCP, BCCDP, BCCWDP, BCCWDP, FCSP. For contact ID number 26GB0213 to 26GB0249 and 26GB0251 to 26GB0262. Major categories of works: BICWO PLC, buildings, construction, without files, low rise, concrete frame, 1 to 5 stories. Similar categories of works: BICWPHCCP, BICWPHCCP16, BICWPLCCP, BICWPHCCP, BICWPHCCP16, BICWPLCDP, BICWOPHC, BIOWOPHC16, BICWPMCDP, BIOWPMCCP, BICWOPMC. Minimum work experience requirements for key personnel. For project manager, 1 year minimum years of similar experience for same season and 1 year minimum years of total work experience for same season. For the accredited project engineers, 1 year minimum years of similar experience, same season. 1 year minimum years of total work experience, same season. For materials engineer, 1 year minimum years of similar experience, same position. And 1 year minimum years of total work experience, same position. For the foreman, 5 years minimum years of similar experience, same position. 5 years minimum years of total work experience for the same position. Only accredited project engineers will be assigned to living wage projects subject to the following limits as assignment as per DEO 159 list of 2025. For the limits of assignment, P2, 10 contracts located with the same region for simultaneous assignment, but with an aggregate cost of 1.5 billion pesos. For PE1, 10 contracts located in the same region for simultaneous assignment, each costing not more than 115 million pesos, but with an aggregate cost of 1 billion pesos. For the professional project engineer, 10 contracts located with the same region for simultaneous assignment, each costing not more than 100 million pesos, but with an aggregate cost of 500 million pesos. Minimum major equipment requirements for contact ID number 20GB0213 to 26GB0262. Cargo service stack capacity 2.2 to 5 metric tons, 160 horsepower, owned or leased. 1 bagger mixer, 4 to 6 cubic feet per minute, one owned. Second envelope, financial component envelope. A, original duly signed and accompanied financial bid form. B, original of duly signed bid prices in the bill of quantities. C, duly accomplished detailed estimate form including a summary sheet indicating the unit prices of construction materials, labor, labor rates, and equipment rentals used in coming up with a bid. Strictly cash flow by quarter. Also, the personnel and equipment requirements of the project as per DEO number 09 series of 2012 technical requirements for civil works project for public bidding. If a proposed key technical personnel is an employee of the bidder and working on another project at the same time of the bidding, the bidder shall submit a certification that the personnel will be pulled out from the ongoing project once the bidder is awarded the contract. And number 2, he or she will be replaced with another person with equal or better qualification as certified by the head of the implementing office. The bidder may A proposed technical personnel is not its employee provided that the said personnel is required to submit a certification that he or she will work for the bidder if it is awarded the contract under bidding. The certifications shall be included in the first envelope of the sales fee. Also, to be verified during post-qualification is the list of equipment types by the bidder. The bidder should specify in the submitted the location of the equipment where they can be inspected. If any equipment is not in the specified location, the bidder shall be post disqualified. Now, under paragraph 10 of the invitation to bid states that only authorized liaison officers should be registered in the civil works application, civil aid, of the DPWH central office, with the presentation with his or her ID shall allow to transact, purchase, and block bids or manual submission. Section 8, bill of quantities, signature box. A signature box shall be added at the bottom of each page of the bill of quantities where the authorized representative of the bidder shall affix his signature. Failure of the authorized representative to sign each and every page of the bill of quantities shall be a cause of rejection of his bid. Bid security. The bidder shall submit a bid security declaration or any form of bid security. The A cash or cashier's manager's check issued by a bank, 2% of the issued of ABC. Bank draft guarantee or irrevocable letter of credit issued by a bank, 5% of the ABC. Security bond, total bond demand issued by a security or insurance company duly certified by the insurance commission as authorized to issue such security, 5%. With security declaration, no percentage required. With security shall be valid for 120 calendar days from the date of opening of bids. Sealing and marking of bids. Bidders shall enclose their technical comments described in ITV Clause 12 in one sealed envelope marked technical component, the financial component in another sealed envelope marked financial component, sealing them all in outer envelope marked bid. The bid is as indicated in the bidding document shall be typed or written in ink and shall be signed by the bidders or its duly authorized representatives. All envelopes shall A contain the name of contract to be bid in capital letters, B bear the name of an address of the bidder in capital letters, C be addressed to the procuring needs back in accordance with ITB Clause 121, B bear the specific identification of this bidding process indicated in the ITB Clause 121, E bear a warning do not open before the date and time for the opening of bids in accordance with ITB Clause 19. For manually submitted envelopes that are not properly sealed and marked as required in the bidding document, the same shall be accepted provided that the bidder or duly authorized representative shall acknowledge such conditions of the bid as submitted. On the other hand, unsealed or unmarked bid envelope or bid that cannot be opened or corrected in case of online submission shall be rejected. The bank shall assume no responsibility for the space or lost contents of the improperly sealed or marked bid or for its premature opening. Deadline for submission of bids. The deadline for the submission of bids is on July 14, 2026, 10 a.m. Opening and preliminary examination of bids. The bank will open the bids in public using an undisciplinary pass or fail criterion at the time, on the date, and at the place specified in paragraph 9 of the invitation to bid. The preliminary examination of bids shall be governed by section 59 of the IRR of RT number 1209. detailed evaluation and comparison of bids. The tax shall immediately conduct a detailed evaluation of all bids rated past including non-discretionary past fail criteria. The bank shall consider the conditions in the evaluation of bids under section 61 of the IRR of RA number 1239 to determine lowest calculated bid or LCB such as number one, completeness of the bids and then the instruction of the bidders in scale specifically allow partial bids not addressing or providing all of the required items in the bidding documents, including where applicable. Bill of quantities shall be considered non-responsive and automatically disqualified. However, when no price or zero or a dash is indicated in a required item in the bid form, the same shall be construed that it is being offered for free to the government, except those required by law or regulations to be provided for. Number two, critical corrections. The bank shall consider technical errors and omissions to enable proper comparison of all eligible bids. It may also consider bid modifications if expressly allowed in the bidding documents. Any adjustment shall be calculated in monetary terms to determine the calculated prices. Section 61.2.3 of RA 1259, in case of discrepancies between one bid prices figures and inwards, the latter shall prevail. Total price per item and unit price for the item as extended or multiplied by the quantity of that item, the latter shall prevail. Number three, stated total price and the actual sum of prices of component items, the latter shall prevail. Or unit cost in the detailed estimate and unit cost in the bill of quantities, the latter shall prevail. Number five, amount in price schedule and in the bid form, the latter shall prevail. Post qualification. The post qualification shall verify, validate, and ascertain all statements and documents, licenses, certificates submitted by the LCD. The criteria shall consider but shall not be limited to the following: A. Legal requirements to verify, validate, and ascertain licenses, certificates, permits, and agreements submitted by the bidder, and the fact that it is not included in any blacklist as provided in section 25.3 of the IRR. There will be technical requirements to determine compliance of the infrastructure projects offered with the requirements specified in the bidding documents, including where applicable. Verification and validation of the bidder stated competence and experience and the competence and experience of the bidders, key personnel to be assigned to the project for the procurement of infrastructure projects. Verification of availability and equipment and for inspection and testing for the required capacities and operating conditions of the equipment unit to be owned, leased, under purchase by the bidder for use in the contract under bidding, as well as checking the performance of the bidder in its ongoing government and private contracts. If any of these ongoing contract shows that A, negative slippage of at least 15% in any one project or a negative slippage of at least 10% in each of two or more contracts. Letter B, failure of the contractor to commence repair works or on ongoing contract within 7 calendar days and to complete them within 30 calendar days after receipt of the procuring entity's notice of defects and deficiencies. Letter C, failure of the contractor to commence repair works on contract with pending certificates of acceptance in 30 calendar days and completed within 90 days after receipt of the procuring entity's notice of defects and failures. Letter E, substandard quality of works as per contract plans and specifications or unsatisfactory performance of the contractor's obligations as per contractor and conditions at the time of inspection. Financial requirements to verify, validate, and ascertain the bid price proposal of the bidder and the bidder's NFCC to ensure that the bidder can sustain the operating cash flow of the transaction. Section 63.2, the bidder within a non-extendable period of 5 calendar days from receipt of notice from the bank that submitted the NCB shall submit all the eligibility documents supporting its building certificate of registration, document membership, its rated income and business tax returns filed for the preceding quarter, which should not be earlier than 2 quarters from the date submission and receipt of bid and other appropriate licenses and permits required by law and stated in the BTS. Failure to submit any of the post-qualification requirements on time or a finding against the veracity thereof shall disqualify the bidder for award, provided that in the event that a finding against the veracity of any of the documents submitted is made, it shall cause the forfeiture of the bid security. Signing of the contract. The documents required in section 6.5 of the IRR of RA number 1209 shall form part of the contract. Additional contract documents are indicated in the BTS.
Any clarification or prospective leaders? Any question from the members? So if not, are pretty confident that at 11:30:71. Thank you.